best of the people, my heart beat true. Led by the hall as arrows flew. Forge your heart like the iron bar, strong and renewed. And turn your back on the world that has turned it on you. And we'll walk, walk, walk for all our days. And never again shall the elven be bound as a shambling slave.
Welcome and happy 1 year, as Sub reminded us in chat. 1 year, and this is session 12.
That's roughly a session a month.
Listen,
You're right,
it was
that's
a
not
rough month. It was a rough year.
It was a very rough year. All right, last time on Dawn of the Dales. After returning from the depths of Dirthaman's temple, the party took the night to rest and recover from the ordeal. When they awoke, however, they found that Alana and Athdara, the suspicious elves they had found in the temple, had disappeared in the night. Later that morning, the party was summoned back to the vault by Lark's grandmother, where she had discovered that 2 of the artifacts had gone missing as well. The Dagger of Mythal and the stone box of Falendine had disappeared from their pedestals, the wards removed. Atreus was able to trace the magic of the artifacts to the south and encourage them to go after them, despite his wild theories about the origins of elvenkind. When they returned to camp, it was pure chaos. Another clan had been attacked by Orlesian soldiers nearby, and everyone was rushing to provide aid and medical attention. When the party spoke with the last remaining Emerald Knights, before deciding, this sentence is weird, they decided that Lark's clan would be safer if they left in search of the missing artifacts. With Atreus leading them, they left the clan, hoping to return what had been stolen. Anything that I have missed that y'all would like to add?
We got a bunch of loot
Yes,
that we did not
go over
divide
that.
up.
Yes. That is the first thing we're going to do today. So, anything else y'all want to add before we do that? Cool. So let's see. The things that were in this chest that y'all discovered in the hidden compartment under that vault, there is 1 potion of mind control, a silver mirror, 800 gold coins, 5 potions of healing, 2 potions of greater healing, 1 spear of backbiting, 1 bag of holding, a cloak of elvenkind, a deck of cards, an elven chain shirt, and a +1 dagger. How would y'all like to proceed?
That +1 dagger sounds really nice. As a...
Right.
I think the only person here who can use the spear is Davi and maybe Siobhan.
I would like the spear if nobody else wants it.
Okay. Dagger and spear are taken.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that if no one else wants the bag of holding, Evan could use it.
May I propose that within the bag of holding, we start a, party pool? Not just of money, but of supplies. Yes, money. Perhaps the 800 gold pieces is a really good emergency fund, but the potions and the deck of cards, because every family needs a deck of cards, can go in the bag of holding, and the bag of holding can contain whatever anyone wants, but also would contain the party supply store. The party supply store.
Here's my question. Would y'all want Evan to be in charge of that?
To be fair, he did show an amazing amount of restraint in not stealing like the crown and things. However, I think I would like to vote that maybe Hercule has that.
What I was going to suggest that I think makes sense would be if Hercule is carrying it, but Siobhan is like the accountant. Do you know what I mean?
She manages the party supply store. My question was, I don't know what a cloak of elven kind is.
Let's look it up quick.
I was about to make a niche professional wrestling reference.
I
No
got
one will
it.
understand.
I have it too.
Okay, you're the DM. You can read it. That's your
you are
job.
more than welcome.
No, that's your job.
So it is an attuned item. While you wear this cloak with its hood up, perception checks made to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on stealth checks made to hide, because the color of it shifts to camouflage you, but pulling the hood up or down requires an action.
Okay, my next question, because druids shapeshift with their gear on, was would I get that bonus if I put the hood up and then wild shaped? Because if so, I would really like that. Considering I'm the one who keeps running off ahead as a wolf.
I'm gonna roll on it and let the dice decide. No, you do not.
Alternative suggestion for the cloak. Zicane.
Wait, do we have anybody who has heavy armor?
Isn't
Because-
wearing heavy armor right now?
Because heavy armor is disadvantage on stealth. So that might balance out a little bit.
I mean, I'm wearing heavy armor, but like it's, you know.
It's a disguise that you take off before you go into dungeons.
One of us is proficient in heavy armor. The other one is not.
Also, the elven chain is medium armor that you have proficiency with no matter what. So if anyone is super squishy that we're worried about.
That might be good for Zicane.
True.
As the only, like, straight caster. Straight was not the right word there, but you know what I mean.
There are no straight casters here.
Yeah, I would just also like to say that Hercule, just for mechanics wise, so we're all aware, Hercule is like Minsk in BG3, as in he is a ranger, but it doesn't make sense that he is a ranger from the way you look at him, right? But he's a ranger, so Hercule
What
is
if-
pushier than you would think. I'm not suggesting he get that. I'm just letting you know. I didn't go barbarian or anything with this build.
Yeah.
My guess is Zicane probably is at, like, an 11 or 12 for armor class.
Let
based
me
on
see
being-
what I can find for him.
I think I also need to amend my suggestion about Siobhan and Hercule, because I think I was saying that because Hercule would be hesitant to, like, he's very aware that he should not be the one, like, telling people what they should do with the money, if that makes sense. But he would absolutely be super anal about, like, totaling everything up in a notebook. So I feel like it makes sense that he would be writing everything down in a notebook, but he would be deferring to Siobhan or anyone else in terms of, like, do I hand this money over or not? Does that make sense?
Zicane has an AC of 14.
That is so funny because that's exactly the same as Hercule.
That is way better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
For reference, I only have a 15. I know that's not an only, but, like, comparatively, wild.
I have a 15 in my Templar armor.
What is it without your Templar armor?
12?
So maybe that needs to go to you, honey.
Yeah.
He doesn't want it. He likes his Templar armor.
For when you take the Templar armor off.
Put one armor under the other.
Is there anything fancy about the silver mirror, or is it just a fancy mirror? Is this a familiar mirror to us players?
Potentially.
Give it to the vent. He can stare at himself.
Like a distraction, like you would give to a bird?
We tell him that it's time to go to bed by throwing a blanket on top of it, blocking out the light. All right, so far, and this is, I guess, where my American accent's gonna live today. The bag of holding contains 800 gold, 5 standard potions of healing, 2 potions of greater healing, and a deck of cards. Correct.
And then Lark has the +1 dagger, Davi has the spear, Hercule has the bag of holding. We just have the cloak and the chain and the mirror left. Oh, and the potions of mind control should probably go in the bag as well.
Okay.
Just because I don't think any one person needs that.
Everything.
Are y'all meant to be muted?
Her microphone won't turn on,
Oh no!
and it was just working.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. On Zoom. I'm going to have to manually turn it on and off because on my brand new headphones, the microphone has decided to stop working. So what I was saying is what everyone personally gets, and like, not in a, I don't care, as the human real life treasurer. Which, if someone else wanted to be the treasurer, I will not Laura Bailey this operation. But as a treasurer, I don't need to know. Just need to know what belongs to everyone in this commune. Our bag of holding.
Evan might at some point be asking to put the Templar armor in it still.
Absolutely. Anyone can put anything in it. Just, if that happens, type that in campaign notes so I can like have it in my notebook.
Okay, proposal. We give Evan the chain because he needs it, whether he wants to wear it or not. We give Zakane the mirror because I think Zakane is the only one who can do any kind of arcana check on it. And I'm totally fine with giving Zakane the cloak as well. And I just won't take anything. That's totally fine for me. I spend most of my time as a wolf.
Take the cloak for now, and then when Lee's on next time, you guys can talk about it.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Alright, is that everything? I think so. Or did we not figure out the shirt yet?
Shirt is going to Evan.
Okay. Alright.
He's not wearing it, though.
Fair enough. Okay. Okay. Y'all wanted to do some RP while you're traveling. Anyone want to start that? Or otherwise, I can go into one of my things.
I just found something very exciting. This does not relate to what we were just talking about, but it does relate to what we were talking about right before that. There's a party inventory setting now on D&D Beyond.
The only issue with that is that if Rosie is being our accountant, she is not in the campaign because in order to create her character, I had to build it on my account.
Ah,
But she can still be the accountant on her
Yes.
notebook and then make sure it's correct.
yes.
Callie, can you remind us where we're traveling to and from and like where the fuck we are right now?
So you're traveling south. And that is the only direction Atreus gave you.
We gave Atreus a map, and he's happily marching along.
He sure
I forgot
is.
we were following him.
Yes, Atreus is leading you all south. You are kind of like the Dales, but like close to the Frostbacks. Like you can see them in the distance because you were at one point like pretty close to them, and after traveling to Lark's clan, you kind of moved away from them. You are moving a little closer to them as you travel south. You know what? Let's go with it now. I'm gonna have anyone with tracking experience make a survival check.
Oh, jeez.
You gotta get
24.
15 or higher.
19.
Okay.
I'll roll the
I mean, what are we doing? Is there any chance I could roll nature instead?
Not in this case, no.
Okay, well then
It's-
something shitty.
It's specifically a tracking thing.
I got a 24 as well.
Okay. So, anyone with 15 and above. For a while, you were heading south. And then at one point, Atreus kind of pivoted and started moving more east towards Ferelden. Just without saying anything. Just leading you on, happily announcing that you're traveling south. And then you're not actually going south.
Wait, can you say that again?
What part?
The very last part?
You're going towards Ferelden
Okay.
instead of
Is,
south.
is this like a gradual shift or does he turn very suddenly?
It's kind of a gradual thing. So you might not notice it at first, just thinking that it was like maybe going around an obstacle or something. But towards like maybe the third day, you realize that you've made a full shift towards Ferelden.
So Siobhan is going to speed up a little bit to be next to him in a way that he could hear her if she lowers her voice. You know, I'm not above killing you, right?
I would expect not, but what,
Can you explain why we're going to Ferelden if we're supposed to be headed south? Unless I hit my head in that cave. South and east are two different directions.
he kind of like stops in his tracks and looks around.
Well, didn't you know, Tevinter has different directions than the rest of us.
That's not actually true. It's a very, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. It'll come to me later.
I thought everything was upside down in Tevinter.
The only difference that I know about directions in Tevinter has to do with tops and bottoms.
You're all very funny. Yes, ha ha. Make jokes at the Tevinter's expense.
I was an ugly kid. I had to develop a personality. So can you explain to me why the fuck we're going to Ferelden?
We're going south. I'm following the magic.
You're following the magic or the map?
The magic? Isn't that not what we are traveling for? To discover who has taken these precious ancient elven artifacts from your vault?
So, you've taken us in a different direction because the magic has changed locations?
I don't know if it's quite changed locations, but we were going south, were we not?
No.
Ah.
Not anymore.
Well, I'm following the magic. The magic says this way.
My preference would be a map, or at least a compass.
But the magic isn't on a map or a compass. The magic is here.
What happens if you happen upon a tree where a mage laid back to take a nap and he died, and then we start just circling a tree for hours?
Well, that's why I have you to look out for us. You would not allow us to circle a tree for hours.
So, if I could just get a clarification here. You are saying that you have no idea how close or far we are from what we are tracking.
Well, I know we are getting closer to the magic.
But that could be halfway across Thetis, or it could be 2 miles from here.
Well, I'd know if it were 2 miles from here. Magic is... I do not expect you to understand. But we are getting closer.
I would hope that someone who understood it would be able to explain it.
And plenty of us in this group understand it, so...
Yes, well, how often do you track ancient magical artifacts?
How often do you track ancient magical artifacts that are of elven origin?
That is my job, my dear friend.
I would say more often than most.
I am a scholar of ancient artifacts, thank you very much. And
He's a scholar, everyone.
I do this on a daily basis. Hence why I was in the Dales. I followed the magic. And here I am.
You can't pinpoint the magic on a map after all this expertise.
That's not the way that my magic works exactly. It's more of a free-flowing thing.
It's more stumble in the right direction until you put your hands on it.
There's a game for children in which someone stands at the front of the room and they're blindfolded. Now, I know you know what a blindfold is. And everyone else in the room
Siobhan, I don't want to hear that.
Directions.
Ugh.
That person can't feel or sense these directions. So everyone else in the room is relying on that person to be good at following directions, and that person is relying everyone in the room on being trustworthy, and there's always one shithead child who gives the bad directions. I want you to visualize this exercise in reverse. We are all blind. This is your expertise. We need you to be giving us good directions. Following the magic is not good directions. Just an objective piece of constructive criticism. What would be good directions is this direction is making all of the hair on the back of my neck stand up, and that is why we are going east toward Ferelden. Because if you don't explain why you feel as if we need to be going into these directions, it does kind of seem like you're attempting to fleece us, and you do just want to do whatever the fuck you want with a team full of bodyguards. Is that a little bit more clear about what all of us have been trying to get at?
I see your point. It may be a good time to tell you that I believe someone is attempting to mask this item's location. Hence why I'm having such difficulties.
Why
That's
didn't you lead with that?
if I can add our own point here. If you don't tell us these things, we don't trust you. And do you know what we do when we don't trust Shams?
You do realize I saved your life.
That only lasts for so long. Like, using that point over and over again, it only lasts for so long. At some point, if you don't share the information you have, you become collateral.
Well, I see that despite my best efforts, I cannot persuade you to see Tevinters as trustworthy people.
I fear you keep opening your mouth and reminding them that you are constantly hunting and taking their people's artifacts.
Not to
I do
mention our
not-
people.
I do not take either things, I simply study.
And where do they end up?
I'm trying to figure that out for you.
No, I'm saying when you study an artifact, where does that artifact end up after you're finished with it?
Well, it depends on the artifact. Most stay in place because they're too dangerous to move.
So, anything not worth your trouble, you just leave alone. But if it's something worthwhile that you can reasonably transport, you take your sticky shem fingers and move it. See, the trouble that I have with Vince is that I would hardly consider you a trustworthy person anyway, but one exception does not change the rule. I would say that with our record, you are lucky that you weren't killed on sight, and that is our thanks for you saving us.
There's no reason we can't work together. We need you to be upfront about things.
If something,
Otherwise, you're just taking us for a ride.
if something changes, we need to call it out.
And how often have you believed me when I do call something out? Trust goes both ways, my friends.
I think he's only given Siobhan a ride.
Oh, no.
Niall,
Lark makes that noise too. She's just like,
terrible time to ask for this. Can I have a couple minutes to talk to him without everyone else? Not for sneaky reasons. For
Riding reasons, got it.
saving people from embarrassment reasons.
Everyone stop saying that.
Tam shrugs and, like, digs for his bag for Elfru and then wanders away.
I am following.
I am also following begrudgingly.
Lark will also follow.
Hercule will kind of glare for a moment, not at Siobhan, but at the vent, and whistle for Limon and slowly follow the others.
There's a couple things. A couple of them are questions. A couple of them are things I think you just need to know. Do you think that there's a perception of inadequacy?
Of course.
Is that why you are holding back information, because you are afraid of being wrong, and then not just being wrong, but looking wrong in front of everybody.
I would not say that's the case in this particular scenario.
It's looking like it. You in groups of people, and you just being a person sitting across from me, are two different people, and I don't think you realize that. I think that you think that who you are in front of them is genuine, but I know that it is not. And I am afraid that I might be the first person to tell you that.
Well, to be quite frank, most people in Tevinter speak in puzzles and riddles and
Not a puzzles and
niceties.
riddles. You are most confident when you're being honest. The showboating is not it. You're an incredibly charming and endearing person, but not in large groups of people, actually, as it turns out. And if people in Tevinter speak in riddles and chains and backwards and forwards and perhaps if that's not working outside of Tevinter, there's a veneer that needs to be polished off. These are good, hardworking people of the land. And one incredibly failed child, but he seems to like you, so we're going to leave the cane out of it. These are good, hardworking people of the land. You have met the families of some of these people. These people are honest and they work hard and they don't want some perceived best out of you. They want the truth out of you. Something I need, not a question, but the thing that I wanted to tell you is you cannot take personally the hesitation from people who have been hurt by a system that you had no choice in belonging to. You did not choose to be born into Tevinter the same way that they did not choose to be born elves in Aknari. But, and I say this because I am a chanter who, one of the people I love most in the world was convinced that I was going to hurt her. Because she is an elf who does magic. That is not a struggle between she and I. That's a struggle between being a chanter and being a mage and being Dalish. Does that make sense? They don't not trust you because you're you. And the cultural flamboyancy, which in some ways you're as entitled to as their cultural hostility, but the cultural flamboyancy is not assisting. I like you a lot. They will too if you are yourself.
I hear what you're saying. It's
okay to cry.
He is very much on the verge of tears. Can I tell you something extremely...
Anything?
I'm not a very good scholar in my field. And this is my first chance to actually find something. Originally, I was not going for elven artifacts, but here I am.
Doesn't that tell you that you're feeling whatever preternatural feelings that you are feeling for a reason?
I've never really thought about it before. We don't usually...
Sometimes we pick how our life is going to go. And it could even go like that for, I don't know, 20, 25 years, and then a bunch of shit happens that you can't even imagine a past version of yourself processing. And then one day you wake up in a pen full of griffins and you realize that it's not you who made the decisions that brought you where you were, because you were never going to make the decisions that you were supposed to.
I'm starting to think we've lost the plot and you're not talking about me.
I don't really think it matters the quality of work that you have brought to the table thus far if you feel so deeply and strongly, not just emotionally feel, not just mentally feel, but the fact that you can feel it in your skin and bones. I'm still not 100% sure how magic works, but the fact that you can feel it in your body tells me that whatever wants you to find that thing truly does not care what you think of your academic prowess. It's going to happen whether you feel up to the challenge or not. I need you to be scared, but do it anyway. I need you to be scared of all of those people, but commune with them anyway.
I will try. To be quite honest, I've never even given a lecture before, so this is all quite new to me.
When I was 16 and barefoot and pregnant, I had never milked a cow before. And then I was a dairy farmer for 25 years.
My condolences.
Shit happens, both figuratively and literally.
Yes, I'm sure, on a farm.
Do you want that book learning to mean something?
I'd like it to.
Then take the pretense, crush it into a little ball, and throw it as far as possible. Be honest with the people working with you. Show them who you really are, because it is who you really are that's meant to do this, or you would not be feeling like this. And also, this is just going off of a vibration I'm getting. Fuck whoever it was that told you that you weren't good at this. Because they're not the one who is feeling wigglies from elven artifacts, are they?
He, genuinely, is, looking away, processing everything you've just said with, the biggest eyes.
They probably told you that you weren't good at this because they felt as if their tenure was threatened. Let's get to the bottom line, right?
Actually, it was my father.
What is with every single fucking one of you having issues with your father? I need women to be more discerning with who they create children with. And Droste's ass. All right. We can table this if you want. We can talk about this another time. Those were just things that I needed you to hear before we continued to start walking. Because I was having strong feelings that you were following a compass upside down. So, that's all squared away.
We are going the right way. At least.
Is it that you're feeling the thing or you're feeling the mask that the person is trying to put on it?
It still feels like the artifact itself. The mask feels different. The vibrations of the magical frequency are much different. They're a higher frequency, and it's it's different.
It's like two birds that sound similar, but they are not the same bird, but they're living.
Except one's a bird and one's a dragon.
Okay, it's bad. How bad is the mask? When you said
It's
Too dangerous to move.
well, it's like no, it's not like a bird and a dragon. It's like a baby dragon and a mother dragon.
Okay. Okay. All right. Just this once because you almost cried. I'm going to explain, and it's all... Crying's like sneezing or shitting. You're fine. Your body just does it. I'm going to explain to them what's going on.
But
Because I somehow appeal to their parental issues. Going forward, we have to be honest with everyone, not just me, because I can't do fuck all without those people. To be fully honest with you, I am here to protect all of the rest of you. Everything you've told me so far, mostly nonsense. That's why I needed you to give me a metaphor.
dragons.
I can only really beat people up and
You're very
administer
good at
first
it.
aid.
You're very good.
Thank
at it.
you. I try. One day I'll tell you about the cow and the dragon, but
What?
that's a story for another time.
I feel like we should talk about that now.
Oh, a dragon once tried to steal one of my cows, so I took my husband's archery equipment and shot it in the eye 3 times, and it dropped it, and it never came back, but I don't think it killed it. But anyway, I'm going to go talk to them. I'm going to give them the lowdown of what's going on. But that is in addition to further openness and honesty. Because if I find out that you are bullshitting me, I will kill you.
Oh, I promise I.
I've killed
No
lots
bullshit.
of things I like. Yet again, dairy farmer. What do you think I ate? I've killed things I've loved. And she takes his head and kisses him on the forehead and turns and goes for everybody else.
And he's just kind of standing there frozen. Because, like, he's never really experienced that before. Okay, everyone else, what have you been doing? Smoking pot?
Trying to
Pretty much, yeah.
trying to eavesdrop.
Like full sprawled out on the ground, leaning back against the tree, passing pipe back and forth between Evan and Tam.
Yeah, I am not trying to eavesdrop at all. I don't care.
I would say that Hercule is probably like, the friend who doesn't get high while everyone else gets high and like is standing over. That's Hercule right now. He has
A trip
recognized
bomb.
everybody.
That's called a trip bomb.
That's basically what he's doing. Now he's too grumpy right now to be like momming about it. He's just kind of standing there, keeping an eye. He's grumpy.
Lark is not getting high because she doesn't want to get high when there's potential danger around, but she is like playing fetch with Limon to kind of like burn off some energy. So she found like a big stick and is playing fetch with the baby griffin.
There is a moment where Tam considers wild shaping to go play fetch with the griffin and then decides against it.
So Siobhan returns to you guys, and you just kind of see Atreus standing alone, and his shoulders are shaking a little bit, with his back turned to you. So you could easily guess that he's like crying.
All right, everyone else. Huddle up. Hercule, do you remember Huddle Up from when we were first training?
I get the idea, yes.
And that stupid Orlesian that always used it to talk about her rashes. Anyway, So, I've gotten to the bottom of whatever the fuck is happening. Everyone here.
Wait. Does he have a rash?
No, he doesn't have a rash. A girl that joined the same year as her.
That's good, because if he did, you would probably also have it.
It was poison ivy. The thing was, she did not know, and then she suddenly knew. Everyone knows to check what they're wiping with, correct? Anyway.
Mon Dieu.
Everyone here generally understands the pressure that magic users are under in whatever is considered civilized society in this absolutely prolonged outhouse fire that we live in, yes? There is a certain misunderstanding of the way that certain institutions are perceived.
I'm sorry, Siobhan. Are you attempting to explain his feelings to us? Because I'm going to be so honest with you, I do not care.
I promise you it's relating. So, the reason that we are headed in a direction that we weren't initially headed in is because there is some sort of preternatural feeling going on that is being, that is the compass. Whatever we are looking for is in the direction that we are going. However, there was a fear of judgment because someone does not understand that when a country is shitty to everybody, everyone is afraid of a person from that country being shitty to them. And also that society is an absolute, like I said before, an absolute outhouse fire. So the reason that Just Trust Me was going on is because he was afraid you were all going to laugh at him and think he's stupid, yes.
Well, I don't think that part's up for debate.
I mean, we're definitely going to laugh at him, and we definitely think that he's stupid. But I also understand what you're saying. I'm not going to apologize.
Please come closer to me so I don't have to throw my voice. I have had so many children. I am really good at knowing when someone is lying to me. People who are lying, their eyebrows don't come together like that naturally, and they do not, people who are lying, cry on purpose. People who are lying do not try really, really hard to keep themselves from crying. So he's not bullshitting. He's just stupid, and he's from a country that perpetuates the stupidity by making it a part of their culture and making it something fancy and fun that you can be in front of other people. And much like Zakane, this feels like it's his first time outside of the house. We're not being bullshitted, because if we were, I would have killed him. Is that better?
That's a git.
Evan is just standing there trying to make his eyebrows touch.
It was, this is not in a deterrent way, but it was a little bit pathetic. I do feel bad.
Wait. Okay, so your defense is that he's stupid, so we should follow him.
No, we should follow him because he took years of study in attuning his body to the arcane magic of objects. He is stupid, so that's why he's having such a hard time getting that across. Because he's very afraid of you all thinking that he's stupid. I don't think he understands that we all think that he is stupid.
would that everything in this war be explained away by magical Tevinter whimsy?
It's not quite whimsy. It's a defense mechanism. And I'm going to be honest with you. I love you like a mother, as you are someone in my care. I think you of all people should understand what a defense mechanism is.
Oh,
At least I'm aware of mine.
Your job is to serve, or was, to serve as a defense mechanism for the people around you. You're a frontliner, correct? You're trained to be a frontliner.
Yes.
So you understand that function in a system. People with privilege get to think about their bodies and emotions as systems. He's meeting you at the worst part of it.
all right. Well, I hated all of this. Can we maybe just follow the stupid Vint and go where we have to go?
Well, I hate your attitude too. So, I am sure at one time someone in this group will find you difficult to work with, and I will have to go talk to them about it, and then have to come talk to you about it. So, since this is eventually going to happen for everyone, perhaps we might want to get a little more comfortable with these talks. I have wrecked your shit once. I will wreck your shit again.
Yes, I'm aware. Just no one will have a hard time working with Limo.
We have to get back on the road. I have one idea. And if you let me give it a single shot and it doesn't work out, I will take the failure. I would like him to teach another one of the mages in this party the wiggly feeling thing. Because I would like at least 2 people with that job.
I mean, he doesn't really need to teach us. We all have it.
Not the innate feeling. It seems as if something in his education lets him tell what it is sharper, because and please tell me if this is something that you can do. I truly don't understand. He explained that the protection that whoever it is has put on this thing sounds different than the sound coming from the actual item. Does that work that way for everyone, or is that a learned behavior?
Not my kind of magic.
Lark, you can just see that Lark's eyes have glazed over. This has nothing to do with her.
Your kind of magic is so rare and special that I'm never going to ask you to do anything but lie, run, bite. And I will do anything I can to help you do that. For those of you that can feel magic off of other things, is the separation of the layers innate or learned?
It depends. Depends. Some people just pick up on it.
All right. I would like at least one other person to have that job in this outfit. If it doesn't work out that way, we scrap it, we figure out something else, but this feels as if this is a group of people that may crave structure.
Developing redundancy is always good.
Do none of the rest of you have that?
I just want to point out that I hate structure, in fact.
Well, I can't do it while I'm high.
What
All
can
right.
you do while you're high?
I would think it would help.
Alphabet
And
backwards. You seem like an alphabet backwards person.
What's an alphabet?
The letters in an order. Can you read?
I can read Elven.
Yes. So I'll explain it at a different time. Anyway, when you are not intoxicated, can you feel the layers?
Yeah.
At what?
I don't
level
know
of
if I feel it the same way that he feels it.
But that's good. Because same, you're two pieces of bread, and one of you has butter on you, and one of you has jelly on you. Both
I
of
want
those
the
things
jelly.
are very good to have.
I would like the jelly
Yes.
on me.
Yes.
Sounds sticky.
Well, I really do not want
That's the
jelly
fun
on
of
you
it.
because it seems as if I'm going to be the one to be doing the laundry. Anyway, the fact that you can, it doesn't matter how, like, you can. It's the fact that you can.
I'll talk to him about it
When we go out,
in a few hours.
Hercule, what would you call the standard composition of a warden venturing party?
Depends on the purpose.
Scouting, we're going to find someone.
Or at least one mage, a few rogues with some scouting survival abilities, and at least one warrior to help protect.
And should that danger level go up, the amount of people doing those jobs goes up.
Yes, and especially
Yes.
what kind of danger, yes.
So, we're after something so special that it might stop a war. And the protections on this thing can kill someone to the point where the people studying that type of magic cannot return the artifact to the person it belongs to, or they will die. Anyone who touches it might die. Having multiple levels of different kinds of people is innate and specialized. So you get
Shivam,
them
you're
on,
trying
right?
to convince us of your plan. I think everyone agrees with you. It is a good idea to have another person who is doing the same thing that this Tevinter person is doing. I don't think anyone disagrees with you, my dear. I think everyone thinks we should do this.
All right.
Can I also point out that, contrary to beliefs, it's not any of our first time out.
Exactly. I'm just trying to explain why I'm asking someone to study something perhaps at a level, or at least share how that feels to someone with book learning as someone with field experience.
Yes, I would assume that having two vastly different experiences might they could learn from each other easily.
Savi looks genuinely in pain at this conversation. She's kind of irritatedly glancing over at the vent and then at the rest of the group, and then kind of throws her hands up and walks in Atreus's direction, over her shoulder. Yes, God forbid something happens to the vent and one of us has to cover his use. Surely this is a conversation that can be had elsewhere and not while we're standing in the middle of the road trying to track something. I don't doubt its importance. I'm just saying that I don't think it's the most critical thing to hash out every detail right at this second.
Well, if we're going to lose anyone, I'd rather lose them now so we can take them back somewhere that they can leave from instead of adjacent to the Frostbacks. So, yes. Okay, fine. I'll rephrase it. If you want to go now, you can go now. This group has no leader. We've been making shit-ass decisions with no leader. So I'm stepping up. Someone can replace me, and anyone who needs to go can go. Yes? All right, done. We can move.
I thought we'd already agreed she was the leader. I thought that was unspoken.
It's not like anybody else is trying for it.
Yeah, I'd rather not have that on my back. I'm going to start walking now. I don't want Davi to get angrier.
Yeah, Tam will push himself up off the ground and follow.
Okay. We follow the human compass.
As you guys return, you can see, like, his eyes are a little wet. But he does his best to put on his best charismatic smile and turns and says, "This way," and leads you onward. Anything else y'all want to do before making camp? Cool. Do we want to take a break and then make camp, or do you want to... Okay, let's do that, and we'll be back when we're back. And we're back. So, Atrice leads you a little further on, before night starts to fall and you kind of settle in, make camp. I know people wanted to talk about some things. What you got?
Sorry, my microphone was not behaving. Once they're settled for camp, Davi's going to stand in front of what she knows is Evan's tent, set up, whatever, however he sleeps, just kind of staring at the opening for a minute, and then just helps herself to push her way inside the tent.
Hello? Can I help you?
You might be able to. And without, is he like sitting, standing, lying down? What's he doing?
He's probably just like sitting in a very relaxed position.
She's going to drop to her knees in front of him and then start pawing through his clothing for where she's seen him pull his pipe from. Just looking completely manic.
All right. Help yourself, I guess.
I would say sorry, but I don't think that it would make a difference. It just... And then she takes one last look at the pipe before lighting it, and yeah.
Do you want to talk about something, or... I mean, you seem a little off, but that's just a guess.
I'm sorry for how I was acting earlier, and well, since you've met me, I'm sure, actually.
I was going to say, you're kind of just always like that, so... What's going on?
You, your, your clan, your family, are you all that's left?
No. As far as I know, they're all doing well.
Oh, I suppose I thought you were like me in that regard. I couldn't imagine. It doesn't matter.
I can say if I were to go back to find them, they wouldn't be there for me.
I'm sorry. That's terrible, especially at a time like this. I I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have assumed.
It's all right. We're all kind of. It's war, so it's not an unlikely assumption.
I suppose I needed to talk to somebody who isn't so close. It's the woman, the knight today. She was my mentor. Is, I suppose, still. I thought she had died, and seeing her brought some unpleasant things back up that I thought I had been handling. I just, before that, I thought that it was just Tam and me. I cannot allow myself to have the same hope he does. If I think that anyone else is alive and they're not, I will not recover.
I don't know what happened to your clan, but it's always better to assume the worst. Might get a happy surprise out of it, but if you think they're dead, let yourself keep thinking that.
What happened to you that you're so cynical?
I'm not cynical.
Sure, and I'm the Emperor of Orlais.
Oh no, that's our friend in the other tent over there.
I thank you for letting me manhandle you and steal your elf fruit and blabber at you like you
Who am
asked.
I to stop you from manhandling me? Sorry. Humor is an instinct.
Better than the ways that I've coped with things.
Angry, you mean?
Wasn't always this angry, believe it or not.
So what happened?
Before Tam and I left our what was left of our clan, our home, I had a fondness for crossing the meadow near our home and entertaining myself at a Shem village. I don't know how much time you've spent around Shem, but I
Enough. Probably more than most in our situation.
and I'm sure you're aware that there are some Shems, especially men, who have a certain fascination with our people.
Yes.
I was a there was a boy, Hector. He was, oh, I don't know what he was to me, but it wasn't the same thing that I was to him, and I found that out the hard way. And at the end of it all, what happened to my family happened to my parents and Tam, and what happened to me was, well, it's my fault, because if we had been at home where we were supposed to be and not, Tam was only there to watch after me. I know he says that he has other reasons for being there that night, but I know he was just looking out for me, and we could have done something when the Orlesians invaded and presumably killed everyone.
As you were going through that, Evan's face just like very slowly became less smiley and jokey and just more harsh, blunt. You'd be dead too.
Sometimes I think that would be better than how I am now.
It's not.
I can't. I cannot come to terms with any of this in a way that does not end up with me feeling like I should have been anywhere but there.
He kind of sits up and leans forward and if you were there, you'd be dead. And as much as you'd like to think that would be better, you have the ability to change things now. You have the ability to keep going. There are evil people in this world. There are people who have made mistakes and slaughtered. You're not one of them. Not here. All you did was be naive. And that's part of being a child. It's not None of it's your fault. He'll just kind of, I don't know if she's sat down or if she's standing at this point.
She said.
Just kind of like pat her knee a bit.
She flinches a little bit at first, but then sort of relaxes and moves just a little bit closer to him. I don't know if I can allow myself to believe that, but I think it's very kind of you to say. Sometimes I can't help but think about what I'm going to fuck up next. And if I'm going to be like them and kill an entire village because I'm so angry all the time.
I don't think you will. Because you're thinking about it. Like, actually thinking. So let yourself believe something. Even if you don't feel it, start to think it. You deserve to find happiness.
How do you know what I deserve? You don't know me.
Because I watch you.
You watch me.
Not in like a creepy way, just you're trying to do the right thing.
I'm just trying to survive and keep Tam alive. I suppose if that's the right thing, then you're right, but
You could have given up and laid there and let yourself crumble away, but you kept going for a reason, didn't you? You stuck with us for a reason, even if you don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm here. I guess I don't have anywhere better to be.
well, Tam certainly seems to enjoy your presence or at least your refreshment, so suppose I have to stay.
Is that the only reason?
Well, we have always done better on our own, but I can see the merit in present company.
Well, don't include me in that.
I don't suppose you're horrible to look at.
Oh, thank you. What a compliment. Hey, I'm good for something. Eye candy.
I can't disagree with that.
Okay, well, you're supposed to. That's kind of weird.
It's weird that I think you're attractive.
Yes.
Might I ask why?
Oh, because you're supposed to, like, make fun of me in response to that or something. I thought that was, like, what we'd established.
All right. Well, you are very attractive for a shameless flirt and a Weasley little man. Well, you're not really little.
Easily.
You have a ottery way about you.
Is
I don't
it because
know.
I'm skinny?
Maybe.
It's not because I can't eat, by the way.
This is why I don't partake of elf fruit. I say very stupid things. I assure you, I'm a very smart woman.
I
most
know.
of the time.
I've noticed that.
You have certainly noticed a lot about me.
But
Should I
I
be
think
concerned?
you're not noticing it yourself, so someone else has to do it.
Sure, you're... What is it? picking up my slack.
You're an interesting person.
Thank you. It's the trauma. She's going to hand his pipe back to him, like directly in his hand, and fold his hand over it, like fold his palm over it like that, and like kind of pat it.
I meant it as a compliment.
I thought we weren't doing that.
What do you want to do? You're out here. You're continuing to live. So what do you want to do? I think that might help.
For probably like 2 whole seconds, her face registers shock because she misinterprets what he says, what he's saying, like what he means. And kind of stares for a minute and then realizes what he's asking. And I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. That's the trouble. Because all I think about is doing things that would get me in trouble.
I mean, that doesn't mean you shouldn't do them. Trouble can be half the fun of it.
I thought we had already discussed that revenge killing was
Oh,
not.
yeah, all right. So not that kind of trouble. I would, yeah. I meant more like, I don't even know at this point. Listen, if the problem is that you're thinking too much, stop it.
Stop thinking.
Yeah. Just let yourself feel and exist, and when you hear the little voice in your head, shut it off.
She stares up at him for a minute, kind of tilting her head like this is the first time that she has ever conceived of this like not thinking thing. And then takes the front of his shirt and yanks him towards her and kisses him.
He will, for a moment, be very like, this was unexpected. I'm a little in shock. And then be like, yeah, all right. Let's go for it. Just
for probably for probably longer than she should, she holds him there and then gently shoves him away. And what the fuck? What?
Yeah.
Why did I listen to you?
Do more of that. I think that, yeah, just turn off the little voice and yeah, I think you're doing great.
I have to go. And then she's gonna like push herself to her feet very unsteadily and like taking her time doing it because she's high as fuck. Still like full on staring at him, completely white faced, like stumbles out of the tent.
All right, well, don't be mad about me don't be mad at me in the morning because that was you. All right, okay, good night.
She's going to what she thinks is sneaking her way back to the tent that I'm assuming Tam is probably in. And
before you do anything, I have a question. Callie,
Yes.
did Tam notice Dobby go into the tent?
How aware of Dobby is he in a general sense?
Is that a real question?
Then probably, yeah, you notice, depending on what you were doing.
Dobby absolutely walks out of the tent, and Tam is like 10 feet away, looks at her for a second, turns, and walks away.
she's gonna try to follow him.
He's not going far. He's just going to like the edge of the camp to the woods area for a little bit. I don't think that he's going to say anything unless she talks to him. So if you want to be done role playing, it's fine.
I am happy to continue role playing. I want to give other people an opportunity, and also my mouth is really dry. So if anybody else,
Yeah, does anyone else have anyone they want
I mean,
to talk
does
to?
anyone want to come hit on Hercule? That was fun.
I mean, if you ask, I can bring a trace over.
No, thank you.
Anyone got anything? Okay. I'm just deciding when I want to do something. I will wait. Joey, are you good to continue?
yeah, I just need to take a sip
Drink
of water,
some water.
really quick.
Sorry, this entire episode is nothing but
It's just
interpersonal drama.
Intense.
Okay, I think I'm good.
Take breaks when you need to.
When Tam stops, she doesn't stop. She is just going to walk directly to him and lifts her hand like she is going to put it on his shoulder, but hesitate. How much of that did you hear?
That's actually a good question. How much of that did I hear?
I
know he was aware that she went in there, but like, was it a loud enough conversation that he would have? He didn't like get closer to the tent than where he was.
I'm more concerned about like how much his like shape-shifting affects his normal being and his hearing.
The shape-shifting is strictly at least in rules as written. Obviously, this is up to you, but the only perception bonus that he gets is to smell, I believe.
Okay. Was he trying to listen to them?
That's difficult. Yes, kind of out of like awful curiosity that like is eating away at him, but I don't think that he made any attempt to get closer or to like sit outside the tent and listen. He just kind of was. I assume they set their tent up close by, and he was just kind of sitting there watching her go in.
I guess roll perception for me, and we'll see how much he heard.
Woo! Okay, so I only rolled a 6, so it was 13.
Okay. So let's say you mainly heard like maybe the middle part where she's kind of talking about, not quite the middle, like the beginning when she was talking about like what happened to your clan And then you kind of zoned out. I feel like that would make sense.
That's absolutely fair. He when he comes to a stop, he just kind of like ducks under a tree and leans against it, so she's kind of next to him, and he um is like studiously not looking at her. Uh uh Nothing really.
Can I tell that he is obfuscating right now, considering how well I know him? Did you want me to roll on it?
I think I want you to roll against each other.
Okay, but I'm rolling insight, right?
Yes. Insight against deception.
I would probably argue that Davi probably has advantage just based on their relationship. However, I did roll a 21.
I feel like because you two know each other so well, it would be even.
That's really great, bud, but I rolled a 22.
Yeah, he is very obviously lying, and I think you could kind of see him like flexing his hands like he does when he's about to shapeshift out of like need to get out of a conversation.
She is going to take one of his hands in hers, and just hold it.
I'm proud of you. You don't open up to people anymore. And I'm happy that you are.
Are you? Or are you more upset that it wasn't? I needed to empty my head.
I know. And I understand. And I am proud of you. And I'm glad that you've found someone to rely on. Even if it's just for talking about what happened. You deserve that.
She's going to lift her other hand and trace the scar on his ear, and then just cup his face in her hand and hold him like that. It's after all we've been through, it's not like that. I needed someone who is not quite so close to what happened. I never stopped trusting you. Fenris, you know how I feel about you.
He just kind of like leans his head into her hand for a second and lets her kind of take the weight of it and gives this just like really sad smile. It's okay. Whatever it ends up being, it's okay. I You are and will always be the most important person in my life. And I will be here when you need me. And it's okay that I can't be that for you right now. Still gonna be here. Besides, he's nice. He's fun. I don't mind having him around. I mean, I don't mind really having any of them around, even the Vent. But whatever happens, it's okay.
Please don't. I, I cannot. You should be angry at me, not whatever this is. I, I don't, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it will be anything other than whatever it is right now. But after everything, you're just going to say that it's all right. That I've completely disregarded everything that has happened to us this past year and not be angry with me at all for any of it. Because I don't know if you noticed, but anytime I think about, even despite it all, anytime I think about that woman, I cannot think straight. And I have no right to be so angry considering things.
You owe me nothing. And I don't mean that to be mean or judgmental or harsh, but the promises that we've made to each other have very little to do with the other people in our lives. And you and I both know that I had my own fun while I was there. While things were happening, we were you were not I I was the first. I should have been there, but you didn't drag me to that village. You didn't push me into her arms. You are not the reason I almost lost my ear. It just happened. And I'm angry and I'm scared and I am clinging to the hope that like I said, you will always be together, whatever that means. And whether it's just us or we find or we make a new family, everything is going to be okay because everything has to be okay. It's fine. I'd rather you take care of yourself than fall apart. Let's just go back to camp. And just keep on hoping. And if you can't, then I will. He is gonna like very gently pry her hand off of the scar and just kind of holds it for a second and then lets go and gestures for her to lead the way back to camp.
She looks like she's going to say something and then shakes her head and follows him.
Anyone else got anything they want to do? Okay, we're gonna move on to the next morning. So you pack up camp and you start traveling again, and Atreus has kind of led you more south again, but still kind of towards the mountains. And after about half a day's worth of travel, you come across a dirt road that you kind of never really noticed until you got to this point. And this dirt road leads towards the remnants of a village, a human village. There are very few fully intact buildings left standing. The rest has clearly been ravaged by the war. Some are charred, some are completely razed to the ground. There's no sign of life anywhere. But some of the outbuildings still have fully cared for farm animals. What y'all thinking?
Pam is just staring at Siobhan like, this is your thing.
I have put my Templar helmet on.
I would like to approach, not like directly approach one of the animals, but I'd like to approach one of the fences where the animals are and see how they react to the bland presence of a human being.
They seem perfectly fine. One of the horses comes trotting over to you.
I'm gonna put my hand out.
It sniffs and kind of nudges you like it's looking for food.
Ooh, do I have food?
You can have food, like you need to survive somehow, so yes, you have food.
Yes, I have sugar.
Of course she does. The horse happily takes it, slurps it up out of her hand.
What can I glean about, like, looking at how this horse is cared for? Like, can I tell what kind of job this horse has?
Why don't you make an animal handling check?
Yeah.
Is she proficient in that?
I think so.
I feel like she should
Wait.
be.
Yeah, if I'm not, I need to fix that. 22.
Okay. So you can tell that this is like a field horse. It would have helped with plowing. In fact, it does have, it wouldn't be a saddle that they hook it up to, but whatever they hook up the plow to is still on its back. But otherwise, the horse looks like it's very well cared for. And it's not struggling for food. It's not like lost a ton of weight because it's hasn't been cared for or anything.
Ron's gonna turn around. I don't want anyone to follow me. And if it sounds like I am in trouble at all, don't come after me unless you think my life is in danger. I'd like to hop the fence, please.
You hop the fence.
Hands up. Still actively handling this horse.
The horse is very calm.
Where's your person?
It kind of like chuffs and shakes its head, and doesn't really do much. It just kind of wanders and goes and grazes.
I am gonna try and take the pass saddle off.
Yeah, you have no problems getting it off.
Am I close enough that I could see any buildings from the field? Like, is this a stabled horse during its nighttime hours?
It does have a stable that it can go to as it wants, essentially.
Is it big enough that a person might be in there, or is it like a shed situation?
No, it's pretty big. It can house. There's 3 other horses in the field, so it's for the 4 of them.
Actively taking notes. Is Tim only has the good smells when he's a wolf, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was gonna ask, like, can you... Well, I'll just ask anyone. How recently does it seem like this burning happened?
What would I need to roll to figure that out? Knowing that most of my magic is fire magic.
Still the right person.
I feel like this would be nature or survival.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. He will kind of look at it for a second and then look around. And despite not being in his wolf form, he still kind of like tips his head up to catch the air. And I will roll survival. 23.
Nice. So you can tell that this actually happened probably a couple months ago. There's no like scent of fresh smoke in the air. There's no smell of decay. There's no bodies around to see.
And there are still like the animals are making noise and things like that.
The animals
so,
seem perfectly normal, content, cared for.
He will kind of like kick at one of the like burnt fixtures and shrug. It's been a while. If it was, there's no smoke in the air. The birds are making noise. This has been out for a while.
That doesn't help. Not you not being helpful, the information does not do anything for my suspicion. Actually, kind of makes it worse. This is a moral problem. If these horses aren't being cared for, I'd like to take them, yes. I need to make sure there's no people here, because when you steal someone's horse, they will find you.
You want me to sniff around?
Yes. But if you do encounter any people, come get me. Not that I don't think you're capable. I would still like a crack at getting one of these horses, and that is very a farmer to farmer situation. I don't want to create any enemies because someone perceives.
It's fine. Farmers don't like wolves. I won't get near them.
Limon would have been circling for a while now. Would Limon and if Limon saw people would have come back? Would Limon have seen anyone wandering nearby?
I was muted. I'm just thinking how I want to do this. Do you have a stat sheet for Limon?
Oh Lord. That's a scary thing. No, there's stuff that comes with because she's my beast of the sky. So actually I've got an AC, I've got an HP, I've got saving throws, I've got a speed. What you need?
I'm more thinking like a perception roll.
Let's see. Perception's wisdom. It says she would have +5 on saving throws for wisdom. I don't know what that would translate into, but
I would assume she has some level of like proficiency in it, so it would probably be the +5.
Yeah, let's go with that.
So do you want me to roll for Limon?
Yes.
Okay. And add to +5. 18 then.
Okay. So Limon would have spotted something. I'm trying to think of how I want to word this. She would come back and kind of nudge you like as if she knew something, but she doesn't know where to lead you. If that makes sense.
Just as a double check, do I sense Darkspawn?
No.
Great, fantastic. No, I feel the need to double check that one. He'll just I don't know if I'd say shout. Get as close as he thinks he can get without Siobhan getting mad at him and be like, there's something here. Limon has seen something.
Can I do like a Arcana check for like magical disruptions or demons?
Sure.
I do think the minute that Hercule says that there's something here, Tam would wild shape and trot off. Whatever Evan says.
I got a 12.
Okay. You sense that there has been magic used here more recently than the place was ravaged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you need an investigation or a perception?
What are you looking for specifically?
I'm trying to sniff people out, so I think perception.
Okay. Yes, perception.
I need to hold on one second. I absolutely lied to you. I do have keen hearing as well as keen smell, but it's fine because I rolled really well anyway. 25. I rolled a 2 and an 18.
Shit. So you do smell the presence of someone, as well as the faint smell of like a wood stove fire from one of the houses.
Can he tell which one it is?
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna do like a big loop around it and then trot back to Siobhan. And kind of do the little like point, the dog point towards in the correct direction. And wait for her to follow.
Yeah, she follows. Definitely a hand on a hand axe. Because she's walking a wolf and people are trained to shoot wolves on sight.
So you approach this house. It's one of the few that is still fully intact. There's a few scorch marks, but it's not damaged or anything. One thing you do notice as you get closer, and on the side, so like you have the door on this side, and then but as you're approaching, you're coming kind of from the back. On the side of it, you see kind of crudely drawn with ash on the side is a very large angular eye.
Is it the same eyes that are on the letter the journal that we found?
Yeah, it's very similar.
Tam immediately starts whining.
Yeah. I need you to be a people again. Really fast.
He gives her the dirtiest look that a dog can muster, but does turn back.
Can you explain to me how the fuck you were going to ride a horse in that condition? We got to get those horses. We got to get out of here.
I don't need to ride a horse.
I don't think that you'll always be on the horse, but I think you might be one of... If there's 4 horses and I have to pick 4 people who might have experience handling animals, the person who can become one at will would be one of my choices.
Someone can ride me, it's fine. Just maybe not...
Okay.
Maybe not Hercule.
Not in a speed in a steel. I also don't think doing it too fast is a good idea. I think we're going to have to sneak those horses out of here. But I don't think we should be here.
You can just talk to them and tell them that you have sugar if they want to come with. I can do that.
Yeah.
Yes, and then later I think that you should talk to them and ask them what the fuck happened here.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna heist some horses. Are you ready?
As you guys
I would
are talking,
still-
I am going to interrupt you. As you guys are talking, you hear footsteps coming up from behind you. And someone calls out to you and says, "What are you doing here?"
Is it a voice I recognize, Callie?
It is not.
Okay. Oh, I was like, are you kidding me?
Hi!
Is it Greta, but hundreds of years earlier?
No. So you turn around and you see a little human girl who's probably like 6 years old.
But those horses belong to you.
Well, they sure don't belong to you.
No. I thought something had happened to the person who owned the horses, and I was worried that we were going to have to take them.
Well, you can't have them. They're ours.
What for? What do you farm?
Well, we farm the corn and sometimes taters and the beans and tomatoes and whatever we want.
Whatever you want. What do you want to farm the most?
Taters.
Taters are the best. Boil them, mash
Mash
them,
'em,
stick them in a stew.
Can the rest of us see this child, or have they gone too far away?
You do see them talking to this child.
All right, so there's a child over there, and maybe it's a bit concerning.
Why don't you go check on the rest of the outfit? And I'm going to ask the lovely mistress more questions about her farm.
It's not my farm. It's our farm.
How many people are in your family?
Well, it's just me now.
Just you now. I'm sorry. Is it lonely?
No, I got everyone else.
We'll always have the people that depart with us. We'll always have them in the Fade, right?
No, not the Fade.
Not the Fade. Where are they?
Well, they're out working.
They're working. So are you the security guard?
No, but
What's
I
your
should
job?
be.
I agree. I agree that you should be. You're very good at this. You're very good at making sure adults are safe to be around.
Thank you. Why you got that big axe?
Because I fight dragons.
Dragons. Have you seen a dragon before?
When I was a farmer, before I fought dragons, a baby dragon tried to take one of my cows.
What'd you do?
I shot it in the eye 3 times.
But it's just a baby.
But I needed that cow to sell things.
Yeah.
Plus, dragons are very tough. I fought many dragons, but I've never killed a dragon. Warden's honor.
That's good. I have to go get the eggs now.
Okay. Well, if everyone here is well taken care of and no one was abandoned, then it all checks out with us. We just
Okay.
can't stand for animal cruelty. It's part of our vows.
Good. Are you... Where are you going?
We are going to look for a special item for a special college. Do you know what a college is?
You're a treasure hunter.
Yeah.
Like from Dad's stories. That's cool.
looking to take that treasure and give it back to the right people.
Who's the right people?
I don't know. I'm security.
Mm,
I'm just
I
here
see.
to fight the dragons.
I see. Well, you go do your security, and don't stay
You go
too
do
long.
your eggs. Remember, if they float, you can't eat them.
Nope, they're bad.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna make sure that the girl does go safely, but also she's kind of waiting for this kid to disappear.
The kid goes skipping off towards the chicken coop.
The whole time they were talking, Tam was just like slowly backing up. And when he reaches the group, he's like, "There's a really creepy child over there." Also, the eye from the journal, the eye is on that building.
There's definitely been some sort of magic here, more recent than the fire.
Is the kid alone?
Is the kid alive? Or like,
I mean, I heard her approach. She's not like floating.
Well, it seems that there are no dark spawn here, and there are no ancient elven artifacts for us to find. So I vote that we leave.
I second that.
I just realized that the entire time that child was there, the little wisp was floating around Tam.
Forgot about the wisp.
The wisp was also probably floating around Tam during he and Tommy's conversation.
Yup. So as you guys are kind of talking, you do see a little bit of movement out the corner of your eye, just kind of behind some of the other buildings. And when you take a moment to kind of focus in on it, you realize that there are more children here.
No.
That was the realest reaction ever, Katie.
Coming from the teacher.
Yes, I'm a teacher, and that means I know the problems that
We're
can come from
encountering
gangs of
two very
children.
different teaching styles in real time together.
Do the children look alive?
As far as you can tell.
Is it a variety of ages?
It is.
Are they all human?
No. There are a couple of dwarven children, like 2 or 3. And then there's maybe... Sorry, I'm looking at chat. And then there's like 6 elven children. But the rest are all human. And looking around, there's probably about 40 kids here.
What? What is happening?
I'm going to start slowly backing away.
Are any of the elven children familiar?
No.
I'm going to grab whoever is within arm's reach.
Hey, wait a second. You said like the girl I was talking was like 6. What's like the oldest-ish?
The
obviously
oldest,
we're guessing age, but
it's like ages between 3 and 15.
3-year-olds.
I'm just going to make the assumption that it's Lark and Dobby. I got one arm in each hand and I'm just backing up.
Yvonne, having had too many children, is going to approach one of the 15-year-old looking children.
Oh my god.
Yep. And
She's already dead. We can't save her.
the older kids.
Too late for her.
She's gonna turn around and the entire group's gone.
The older kids are a
Strip the
little
meat
more.
from your bones in seconds.
The older kids are a little more suspicious. So, like, they see you, and they're just kind of looking you up and down. And the one you approach is a boy, and he's like, the fuck do you want?
Where is, or let me rephrase that. Are there any adults in the vicinity that I can talk to?
There's the people you came here with.
Are there any adults who work on this farm in the vicinity that I can speak with?
Do you see any?
No, but
Then what
you're
do you
looking
think the
after
answer
yourself
is,
in
lady?
others' age. You're looking after yourself in others' age. I trust you could look after all of these children, but if you're admitting to me that you're not responsible enough to look after all of these children, that's absolutely fine.
What's your point, lady? You're the ones who came and trespassed on our land.
I would like to ask an adult about a horse.
You can ask me about a horse.
All right, how much for one of them?
Which one?
I won't take the plow horse. What all jobs do they do?
They're mostly plow horses.
They're mostly plow horses. Which are the ones that aren't plow horses do?
Well, we got one draft horse.
Okay.
And I think we still have a war horse. Maybe.
Did you breed them or did you acquire them?
What's it to you?
I'd like to make a fair offer. She's really putting in effort to speak to this kid like he is an adult because she very much gleans that he finds himself to be an adult and was very insulted by asking where an adult to your adulthood. Just so I can give you a fair offer.
He looks between you and then glances at the rest of you and looks at the horses. $150 and all the food you got on you.
150 all the food that I have on me. Well, I will have to talk over with my associates. In terms of food, is this a bargaining chip situation or are you fed?
We're fed, but food is food.
Food is food. Just
Fed,
making
but-
sure you're fed.
We live on a farm.
Sorry.
You can't eat potatoes raw. Move on.
You can tell that wasn't in character because that was from like my throat and not in the accent.
I'm glad y'all are so thoroughly, like, creeped out by these children.
Because
I'm
it's
past
all
creeped out. I'm hit
involved.
exhausted.
Yeah.
You can't eat raw potatoes. So I'm just making sure that you are fed.
We know how to cook.
Good.
The whole time this conversation is happening, Tam is like with the others and just keeps muttering. She keeps saying, "We need horses." I don't know why we need horses. Why do we need horses?
While I do want to, and this can be an aside after, Rosie's done negotiating with the kid. While Siobhan is talking to this teenage brat, Lark wants to approach one of the younger kids.
Like, how young are we talking? Pick an age.
Like 7 or 8, old
Okay.
enough to know maybe a little bit about what's going on, but young enough to not be as big of an asshole as the teenagers who are trying to prove something.
Okay.
Preferably one of the elven kids if there's
Yeah,
one in that
definitely.
range. And she kind of wants to ask them what they know about the eye symbol. Look, what is that to them, since it's on the side of the house? What does that symbol mean to them?
So the little elf girl that you come up to kind of looks over at it and just shrugs. That was there when we got here.
And how long ago did you get here?
Just before the bad men came.
What bad men?
The
The ones that destroyed the village?
Yeah. They had swords and torches, and it was loud.
Well, good on you for hiding. That was very smart.
Very good hider.
Lark will reach into her bag and give the little girl some food for answering her question.
She takes it and immediately runs away.
Oh, that's fine.
Anyone else want to question the children?
Do they seem just like kids? Like, are they acting weird in any way?
They're wary, but they don't seem like they're not like possessed or anything.
I think it's really weird, but I also think it's none of our business and we can leave.
One of the little 3-year-olds comes up and tugs on the end of his robe and just looks up at him with like the creepy little kid smile.
I
Just
am in
white
armor.
guys. Tugs on whatever like shirt is hanging out, just peeking out underneath your armor.
You're so small.
Yeah.
Is it elf or human or dwarf?
It's an elf.
How old did you say?
Like a 3-year-old.
Who is supervising you?
Yeah.
Tam is gonna elves much easier than creepy human children. Tam is gonna like kneel, like drop to like a crouching position and be like, hey bud, do you want to see a dog? Do you want to pet a doggy?
It's just
What about a holla? I don't suppose you like bears. Cats? Small rodents. I could do nug.
Literally a griffin standing by you. You know.
this kid just looks at Tam and says, "Leave."
He just throws his head back and laughs and stands back up.
And the kid just like is pointing at you now and says, "Leave."
I think we should do what he says.
Tam is going to take like 4 steps back and turn into a wolf and try off.
The kid screams.
I regret nothing.
Would anyone else like an encounter with a creepy child?
No, I just want, I know Katie has been very funny about this, but like, to be honest, Hercule has just been uncomfortable from the start. I think
Good.
you guys didn't show them the journal, right? So Hercule still hasn't seen that shit. So he has no fucking clue that he should be creeped out by this. He's initially like, clearly like everyone hopefully was a little concerned when child shows up, are they safe or whatever. But once it's like, oh, they're fine or whatever, he's just uncomfortable. Like he doesn't know how to handle a child. He doesn't know, so he's just kind of trying to hang back and not be noticed, even though he's huge.
Rosie, did you decide what you want to do about the horse?
We are going to pass on the horse, but can I offer you? Well, my old rate used to be 1 gold for a pound of potatoes.
Lady, you think we can spare food? I got 40
Well, you
kids
said
to
you're well
feed.
fed.
I got 40 kids to feed, and the winter's coming. Get your potatoes somewhere else.
I was offering you business and alternative.
We don't do business here.
What you're going to want to do is
Lady-
let at least a pound
Lady,
get eyes.
let me stop you right there. We don't need your help.
All right, winter can come. You seem to have it handled.
I promise you we do. And when he says that, there's like a slight, like, flare in his eyes. I think you and your friends should leave now.
I agree.
Go on. Goodbye. See you never.
All right. They are not willing or capable to do business with us, and that's all right. They have themselves covered, so there's no warden work to be done. Let's hit the road.
Well, that was odd. He just turns and starts following her.
Farm folk are odd. And she reaches back and squeezes Hercule's hand. She's indicating him. She has done this before. She is indicating to him that she is underreacting for the sake of peace. Because
All
what
right,
she would really like to say is that fuck-ass 15-year-old's gonna let all those children starve because he's an evil little demon boy. But she's not. We're leaving.
I'm gonna turn around and walk away.
Walk away.
As you guys are walking, you take a glance back, and it's just every single child in the village is just standing in the center, watching you all leave.
No. No.
That is some Children of the Corn bullshit.
I've never really considered genocide before.
You just hear Lark mutter to herself, "Thank God I never had kids."
We're going to table this for later. Because I think that they can hear me.
You hear
To be
from
clear, the genocide was a joke.
Their infrastructure is not sound.
Run by a 15-year-old. What do you expect?
as you guys are leaving this village, there's a stench that comes upon you, and you can see where an attempt was made to basically dig a mass grave. And next to it, as well as like filled into it as much as they could, is the bodies of like human peasants, elves, or Legion soldiers just piled up everywhere. All adults.
Do we? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say something stupid, so it's okay.
Do something
I was
stupid.
just gonna say that Tam is like whining and pawing at his nose like dogs do when they like, unpleasant. It's super unpleasant for him right now.
Siobhan's gonna take smelling salts from her person and just hold them down. Not like the wake up kind, like the kinds you smell when you're nauseous. Like the minty ones. We need to leave. With a quickness.
Just glancing at the bodies and what's left that we can see, is there like any indication of like the eye, like how we had found on the arrows and whatnot? Is there any kind of signs of his involvement at all?
Are you like looking?
Lark will cover her mouth and like get in. You're like close.
Okay, roll
like
investigation.
Lark will look. Roll what?
Investigation.
Oh, that's good. That's an actual 19.
I won't make you do math. That's good
21.
enough. So you do see that the eye is carved into the necks of some of the Orlesian soldiers, but also some of the elves.
But none of the peasants that I see?
No.
She will get away from the mass grave. And if, as they're leaving, she will pass on to those in the know. Out of character, who doesn't know about is it just the elves that know about this?
Oh, yeah, I only shared it with the elves.
She will share it with the elves then, speaking in Dalish, but she is going to add on to, so the elves, the eye is in on some of the bodies again, just so we know. That is a thing that's following us, or we're following it. At what point do we start sharing this with the rest of the party?
Unfortunately, I am going to go look at some of those bodies.
For what?
I'm going to check their pockets and stuff.
Okay, you're going to loot them.
Holly, I have a question.
Roll investigation.
While this is happening.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I asked. Did the eye that was on the thing that Alana was looking at match the eye in the journal?
Yes.
Yo, cool. Love that. Awesome.
16.
You're a grandma.
I'm a grandma. I'm specifically looking at bodies that have the eye mark on them.
The Orlesian soldiers you look at have Orlesian plate armor, crossbows, short swords, shields. You find a potion of healing, a couple coin purses totaling probably to 50 gold. The elves, you get short bows, Dalish leather armor, maybe some rations, elf root, couple pipes.
Nothing that would indicate why they would have that mark on them.
Nope.
Okay. I will take the money, but it wasn't what I was looking for, but I'll take it.
You'll take it. Okay. What else would y'all like to do?
I need to call it quits because my head is killing me.
Yes. Anything before we call it? All right. Then we will end session there.